spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. And the Falcons will put toe to leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Navy's offense will take the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Power football with the run. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Line gets set. 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Dropping back, it's Hayes. Keeps looking downfield. Quarterback gets the 1st down. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. What a snag by the defense. Bulldozes his way through. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And Navy will go back on the attack. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. 2nd down coming up. Fights off a defender. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll run the option. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Bulls his way forward. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now on second down. The option look. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. On the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Navy! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Back to throw, it's Hayes. He's right on target. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First down to start the drive after the break. They want to just keep throwing it. Going deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Falcons. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. on the ground. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollock.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Finds a crease at the 20. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the minute.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This offense has a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Hayes. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. And That's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Navy will go back on the attack. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Finds his tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Buying some time. He's going to take off. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get free before the break. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. Navy will kick it deep to get the 2nd half underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And he hauls it in inside the 30. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Air Force. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Pocket starts to collapse. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here comes the option. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and he lost one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Falcons send out the punt unit. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Now on the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, it's Horvath. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
That makes the score Navy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And your Air Force Falcons.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They're going to ride this running back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't, he didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. He's still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Falcons are rolling down the field. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hayes. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. across the 25. He's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking for the score. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. We better start playing some better defense when the 3's coming soon.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see some of the offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Goes to the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense forcing them to throw into tight windows. They need another stop on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Hayes. Getting some heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner will be brought down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Navy! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Here's a throw downfield late. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety. And
fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They're bringing heat. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass, it's Hayes. Coming, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. And now they've decided to go for two. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. He will not make it to the end zone. The two-point conversion attempt fails, and they are... by one here deep in the game. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory, as we have victory formation coming. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to